Bersiap-siap peserta yang memegang lap tampil 25.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Respectable to the master of ceremony, the honorable all of the judges, and beloved audience in this room. As a matter of first importance, I'd like to thank to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the giver of life. We have to be grateful for every single second of this beautiful life. Salawat and salam for our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us through Islam since the beginning of his life until today, where we gather in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, religious tolerance is important in our life. As Allah says in Surah Al-An'am, verse 108, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, wa la tasubbu alladhi yad'una min dunillahi fa yasubbu Allaha 'adwan bighairi ilm. The meaning is, and insult not those whom they, disbelievers, worship besides Allah, lest they insult Allah wrongly without knowledge. From this verse, it is clear that Allah restricts humans from insulting people who disbelieve in Him. Religious tolerance is clearly stated in the Holy Quran, so we have to be tolerant to others, no matter what their religion is. At this moment, I want to deliver my speech, entitled "Sanctuary is an Agent of Religious Tolerance." Ladies and gentlemen, sanctuary is a term of student who go to Islamic boarding school to study. Different to other students who go to Islamic boarding school or other private school, Islamic boarding school pays more attention to its students. It's because the students are watched not only at school, but also the after school. They don't go to school for study only, but they also live around the school and dormitory of the school. Normally, the schedule for them for coming back home is the end of semester. So it means that they spend most of their time in their boarding school, whether it is for studying or living daily. This makes the time to deepen their knowledge about Islam is not only at school time, but also the after school. Because normally, in dormitory, they have their own schedule to learn about a lot of things related to Islam in their daily activity. And they also have a lot of time to practice the knowledge and be supervised by the employee, known as Pembina Asrama, who live along with them in the dormitory. So, as such, we must know a lot about religious issues, and one of them is religious tolerance in the societies. Ladies and gentlemen, recently in Indonesia, religious tolerance issues get more attention and becomes highly sensitive matter. As we all know, Indonesia is a multicultural country, resulting to varying religion in Indonesia. There are 6 religions recognized in Indonesia, which are Islam, Christian Catholic, Christian Protestant, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucian. The more religion practiced in this country, the more the risk of tolerance-related problems could arise in the society. These problems might appear because of the lack of the knowledge of religion practice in the society. As cited in KBR.id, in Indonesia, there were 4,022 cases related problems to religious intolerance occurred in 2020. 184 of them were committed by religious community organizations. Some of the case forms were hate speech, violent action, rejection to worship as establishment, and restriction to worship. Based on this fact, religious tolerance issues that can be assumed as the lack of the knowledge of tolerance in living together with different belief in the society. Religious tolerance is important, as Rasulullah says in a hadith, عن ابن عباس قال قيل لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أي الأديان أحب إلى الله قال الحنيفية السمحة. The meaning is, from Ibn Abbas he said, I asked Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, what religion that Allah loves the most? Rasulullah said, الحنيفية السمحة, straight and tolerant. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the privileges of being a Santri is the trust of the society. The reason why society entrusts Santri because they are not ordinary students. They have a lot of religious values that is important in living within society. As cited in data Indonesia.id, Ministry of Religion recorded that up to April in 2022, in Indonesia, there are 26,975 Islamic boarding schools with 2.65 million active Santri. Based on this fact, based on this data, that can be assumed as the lack of the tolerance, that can be assumed the trust of the society is so high for Santri. So, as religious and smart generation trying to have any important role in the plural religious societies, to bridge the people or group of people who are susceptible and can cause hatred among these religions. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most effective and efficient ways to bridge the people in the plural religious societies and also cope with religion intolerant issues is through social media. People nowadays tend to use social media to smartphone rather than other media. In Indonesia, as cited in databox.katadata.co.id, Indonesia was on the 10th place world rank for the daily longest social media use, with 3.2 hours in a day. There are so many social media platforms that can be used to express our thoughts, like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The last platform that I mentioned, TikTok, is one of the most favorite applications used in Indonesia. As cited in Statista.com, Indonesia was on the 2nd place world rank for the most TikTok users, with 99 million active users. In TikTok, there are some Indonesian users who are famous for being da'i, but professionally. For example, Hussein Mishaiba with 5.4 million followers, Bangsa Muslim with 1.1 million followers, Hiu Aga with 1.5 million followers, and others. The interesting fact about these young men is they already wear religious attributes which make them look like these ordinary young men and attract the young generation easily. This gives great positive impact to the society. So, as Santri, using social media like TikTok is one of the best ways to spread religion tolerance in our plural religion societies. Ladies and gentlemen, as a Santri in the future generation of this nation, spreading truth about Islam that is tolerant religion to all over the world is not an easy thing to do. Even though the technology has made everything go viral in the blink of an eye, still opening everyone's eye to accept and understand about the religious tolerance of Islam will face many obstacles. But it doesn't mean we could give it up that easily. The struggle is real. But in the end, Allah says in Surah Al-Kafirun verse 6, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم lakum dinukum waliyadin. The meaning is, your religion is yours, my religion is mine. In the bright future, I hope religious tolerance can be spread to every place in this world, and also to every heart that lives in this whole world, whatever the religion is. And now, here I am, standing doing my job as an agent of religious tolerance until the rest of my life. Thank you for the attention. Assalamu